So hi guys, good morning, good afternoon, good evening from wherever it is you're watching, whatever time you're watching. Welcome back again to another episode of Wendy's weekly recap. See, this week has been a little kind of uneventful until the weekend. Now, the elephant in the room, the obvious matter on everybody's lips. President Donald Trump's interference or President Donald Trump's interests in ending the genocide of Christians in Nigeria. Now he made this tweet. In fact, for a very long time, all through Saturday, he released this message on his official Instagram, the official Instagram account of him, the President of the United States. He released it on Saturday, 2 days ago, and a lot of people thought it was just maybe a clone page or AI or just one of those things that people say or make up, and everybody just brushed it under until it became serious when later that day, when news agencies, all the news agencies from Arise, from channels, started talking about it like roundtables, they went live and everything. And I was like, wait though, so this thing is really true. And then I said, okay, let me now go to his Instagram page and see with my own two koro eyes. Let me see what this whole talk, what this whole, threats is about that has ruffled. We could see all our ministers, we could see all the people in charge of all our security agencies, people, the army, the military spokesperson, but everybody has just been, ruffled, unsettled. Everybody has just been running like headless chickens. Basically, just literally talking, trying to come up with press statements, press releases to tell you that we are on top of the matter, we are on top of the situation. Situation that people did not handle since. People have been dying, people have been losing their lives, properties, businesses, everybody, just doing anyhow. People have just been doing anyhow. Everybody folded their arms, kept quiet. It just made me remember when the late president, General Sani Abacha, said that any terrorist group that has lasted more than 24 hours, he didn't say 24 days, that has lasted more than 24 hours, believe you me, is not a terrorist group. That group is being bankrolled, is being funded, is being pushed, pumped by a politician, is being funded by the government. Now, this is true. Remember when Boko Haram became a thing? Like play, like joke. Boko Haram has metamorphosized into different other agencies that has made it their life's mission to bring sorrows, to bring misery, to end people's lives unprovoked. We saw the one killings, yakpa. Where do we start from? Where do we start from? My only objection now to all of this thing is that it is not only Christians. To be fair enough, it is not only Christians that are being killed. This is just uniform, sponsored terrorism. But his issue, I don't know what triggered, what's inspired, I don't know what triggered this is outburst or this is interference, but his own issue is just with the Christians. Now, let me read what's from his official Instagram. Now I'm going to go to his official Instagram, Real Donald Trump, right? And this was the statement. I'm going to pin it. I'm going to see me. I don't go like Halloween picture. So this is it. I'm going to pin it somewhere here on this page. Now, what has blown my mind from everything he says now, what has blown my mind are the statistics. He is speaking based on statistics. Now we know that statistics are just recorded events, are just the events that people have talked about, that has made it to the news, that has made it to the public, right? There are way more undocumented cases. There are way more unrecorded incidents, ones that we in Nigeria did not even hear about. Yes, many, very many more of them. So from the documented incidents, we have that 3,100 Christians have been slaughtered in Nigeria alone, compared to 4,476 worldwide cases. Now, that is an unsettling data. That is an unsettling, a very worrisome figure. I didn't know this. I didn't know that it was this bad. So how can, out of all the other countries of the world. We have hundreds of countries of the world that have both Muslims and Christians alike. 4,476 is the statistics for all the other countries combined. Combined though. Then only in Nigeria we're having 3,100. That is alarming. That calls for immediate attention. That calls for immediate attention. And to see that our president, he knows. We know how we dragged him. We knew how much we dragged him before he made a statement concerning the yellow water one that happened. I talked about it. You can go down on the page to watch the video. It was days before he reacted, before a whole sitting president reacted, made statements, and summoned the service chiefs and told them he wants an immediate whatever it was he said. But nothing has been done about it. I'm not even sure that order was carried out. So I don't know what has triggered the President of the United States of America to the point that he has also commanded his Congressman Riley Moore, together with Chairman Tom Cole and the House Appropriations Committee. He has told them to go and make their findings. He has told them to go and make research on whatever could be the case, whatever the case is, and come to him with that finding, because attention, it requires immediate attention. Now, dear spokesperson for the president, our own president too, has released a statement saying that on Tuesday, the president of Nigeria and Donald Trump have a meeting. Now, I don't know how true that is. I don't even know if the President Trump himself knows that he has a meeting, either in the White House or here in the State House in Abuja. I don't even know whether the President Trump knows that, is aware of this meeting, of this scheduled meeting, or maybe that is just another way to deceive us Nigerians that they are on top of it. I really do not know. I really do not understand why it has to get to this point. Now we know that the US, they don't just get involved without getting anything, without anything of benefits. They need to know, because Nigerians, it is not only in Nigeria that Christians are being killed. In Gaza, in Egypt, in Turkey, in the Philippines, in everywhere, all around the world, there has been killings of both children, women, Christians, Muslims. So why the sudden interest? Why the empathy? Why the sudden softness towards, or soft spot? When did we become that nation that he has soft spot for? Now we know that this doesn't go for nothing. We know that it doesn't go for nothing. Something is going to be at stake. Maybe they are eyeing our resources. Maybe they are eyeing our minerals, our gold, our oil. I do not know. But did it have to come to this before spokesperson here, President Tinubu here, this person here, everybody is just running helter-skelter? This is the point where we need to slap ourselves and know that yes, we have just been appointing by appointment based on nepotism. We have just been making appointments into delicate, very, very delicate positions in this country based on favoritism, not on qualifications. Because we can see, why is nobody talking? The people that are supposed to be defending us as a nation, why are they not talking? We have seen now that Riley Moore, that President Donald Trump has asked to get back to him to see to it that this thing does not happen, has come out to release his own statements tagging official BAT to the government of Nigeria and official BAT. President Donald Trump has provided forewarning if you do not correct the current state of inaction to stop the killing of our brothers and sisters in Christ in your country. The days of the US looking the other way are over. It will never happen on Portal's watch. I urge you to cooperate with us in preventing this atrocity that worsens every day. We want your people to live in peace, all of them, especially Christians. The president has been clear. I would not test his resolve. Many have tried and all have failed. We will not allow the gates of hell to prevail against the faithful. Now, this is even more concerning them making this a Christian thing, because in my opinion, people are being affected, both Christians and Muslims alike. So why are they not this loud about, because killing of Muslims is a thing in the US. It's a thing in the US. Killing of Muslims all around the world, killing of Christians all around the world is also a thing. So why this sudden interest in Nigeria? Why are they releasing these sanctions? Why are they threatening? At this point, it is threats. I will call it threats. At this point, I'll call it threat, because everybody just they come. They use us shine. They use us shine. Now it has exposed the fact that we don't even have any person, any qualified person to speak for us, any qualified person to address this in the manner. The only address that has come out from this is the Bwala himself coming to say that there is going to be a meeting. That there's going to be a meeting between Tinubu and President Trump on Tuesday. That has been the only address from our own camp. As far as I know, that has been the only response, the only reaction to this. Well, this whole thing, it was Iran, now Nigeria. It's just countries that have resources. There is something, it doesn't obahaka. There is really something that is a need for them. And it's just a shame that we have allowed ourselves be embarrassed like this. Is Nigeria a disgraced country? Oh yes, it is. I know it has hurt our pride as a nation, but we should look inwards. We should look inwards and know, okay, what are the attributes of a failed country? We pack and full body. We have all the attributes to direct us, to call us, to describe us as a failed nation. But is that where we would dwell on? No, we won't dwell on it. Who is the person that would stand up and bounce that threat back? Because at this point, now I know you want to help, but you can render help politically. You can render your help politely as well. This is screaming invasion. This is screaming, I would dismember you, I would disfigure you, I would bring you to ruins. And for that Austrian man to refer to Nigeria as ex-Nigeria, that's an embarrassment. I would say it's an embarrassment. And the faster we rise up, clean our shit, take our L. Please ignore every background noise, okay? Take our L, clean up our shit, clean up the mess that we have created. So the earlier we do that and begin to clean inwards internally, and use this as a cue, as a trigger, a wake-up call to make the right appointments, political appointments, the better for us as a people. That is my own take. That is just my own take. Because coming in, the US coming in, the EU coming in now from the man from Austria, they have more to benefit from this than even we that they are coming to rescue, that they're coming to save from this. So the earlier we clean up our shit, look inwards, own it. Okay, yes, we have failed the citizens of Nigeria. We need to begin to detox. We need to begin to put an end to any of these things. The faster we do it, the better for them. The faster we do it, the sooner we do it, the better for us. That is just it, basically. The faster we do it, the better for us. The faster we clean up this image, we clean up what is left of our image as a nation, the better for us. Because trust me, we and I know that they can't just come for nothing. There are many more serious issues. There are many more serious issues that the US can pick an interest in. That the US can decide to pick an interest in, not this. Because let us call a spade a spade. This thing has been happening since for many, many years. For many, many years. It didn't start in this regime. It did not start in the last regime. So for them to decide now to indicate interest to come and rescue us from our oppressors, then it just goes to say something. We self should clean up. We should stand up and clean our mess. We are the giants of Africa. We should arise like the giants that we are, and put an end to all of this. For them to know, now everybody has sat up, all our spokesperson, the spokesperson of the president on this matter, the person in charge of this, the military people, everybody is just, it has ruffled a lot of, everybody is unsettled, everybody is running like headless chickens now. Even the Bwala, Mr. Bwala, was that his name, spokesperson for Tinubu, has come out to say that there's going to be a meeting between Presidents Jonathan, that there's going to be a meeting between Presidents Trump and Bola Ahmed Tinubu. So we don't know where the meeting is likely to hold, whether it's going to hold in the White House or here in the State House in Nigeria here. I don't know if Trump is aware of this meeting, or I do not know, but there's going to be a sit-down meeting to discuss the security concerns of Nigeria. Even if for the simple fact that the US has indicated interest. In fact, they don't buy the market. They have said no, let us step in. Now everybody, all the stakeholders for different security, all of them are now holding meetings, closed door meetings, addressing who did not beg them to be addressed. They didn't need to get to this before this issue before this issue gets addressed. Did the outside interference, did the outside world, did the president of the United States of America need to get involved? And not just that though, not just that. I am now seeing, hold on, that chairman of Austria's NATO committee, Gunther Fellinger, sparks debate after making controversial remarks about President Tinubu and Nigeria. Now, this was what Gunther Fellinger Jan on his official verified Instagram page came out and posted. He posted a map of Nigeria. You can see it, a map of Nigeria, and he went further to write how many states should emerge from X Nigeria. Then he tagged POTUS, that is President of the United States, and he also tagged Pulse Nigeria. Now this thing is getting serious. Now this is really getting serious and concerning, because we can't afford it is really getting concerning, because we can't afford a war as a person, because we have heard, and it is not something anybody wants to experience. Me, I don't want to experience it. None of us shouting and clamoring, because we don't know who will be affected. We don't even know where their aim is. We don't know where they are headed. And now this is a very unsettling, addressing or referring to Nigeria as ex-Nigeria. I beg, Mr. Gunther, I beg Donald Trump, just come, wipe them, go to the bushes. That is if they will even still be in the bushes when you're coming to wipe off. That is another thing. Now, he now goes further to say, it seems Nigeria president is fighting for his Nigeria, but it was never a working state for all Nigerians. That's true that. So ex-Nigeria it will be. Then he tags, he's replying, this response is he's replying to official BAT's post where he says Nigeria stands firmly as a democracy governed by on there. So that was his response to this statement made by our president. Seems Nigeria's president is fighting for his Nigeria, but it was never a working state for all Nigerians. Yes, it has failed us. It don't take. But with every new administration, things just continue to go from bad to worse. I just pray for peace. I just want a country that works. Everybody wants and deserves a Nigeria that works. That is just my own query. Peaceful place, crime-free, working state, working system. That is all everybody wants. And I just hope we get it. Whether this is the way we are going to get it safely, we are all for it. I don't talk my own finish. With this one from Austria, it is just clear that the US and Europe, who knows who will join them again, have their eyes set on Nigeria. So it now begins to appointing people based on favoritism, people that don't deserve to be there, people that are not qualified, but because their fathers or their grandfathers, you owe them a favor, then you feel like it is a country for just a few of you. You appoint people not based on qualification, not based on the fact that they have proven themselves to be who to fulfill that obligation that you've appointed them for. Who is our foreign minister? Who is our foreign affairs? What are our policies on all this foreign invasion? Clearly we don't have anybody of sane mind to come and govern, to come and protect us, to stand up and speak up at times like this. Because I don't know, I don't want it to be a situation whereby because they have failed in other states, then they have seen how porous Nigeria is, how desperate Nigerians are for help, and they now come and offer help that we will not be able to pay back or will not be able to recover from in many years to come. There has to be a line. So now it's coming back to haunt us, it's coming back to bite us in our bum. Who are the people? Who is the person for times like this? I believe every working nation, every democracy should have a foreign affairs minister. They should have a person in charge of policies, foreign policies. So what does this our policies say? What does our policies say? The people even in charge of those policies, do they even know what the policies say? So now the nepotism that we have done, putting people that do not deserve it, that have not earned it, in positions of power, it has come now around to bite us in our bum. It has come around to bite us because now we are so desperate. We are at the point in our democracy where we need somebody to stand by us, to speak up, to stand gidigba and say, no, you are not allowed. No, this is not your territory. No, 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 no. But nothing, no, nothing yet. My own be say, if you really want to help, if you really come in peace, you don't use threats. This threat is too much. It is making fine. I like the reaction it is causing. Everybody is on their toes, right? Trying to speak up, trying to organize meetings, trying to hold closed door meetings. Service chiefs everywhere explaining who no ask them any explanations that we did not ask for. But you cannot tell me you're trying to come and make peace and you're putting up such statements like you will attack, you will buy everybody, and the buying will be sweet, the destruction will be sweet. Yes, that's what he said. He said, if the Nigerian government continues to allow the killing of Christians, the USA will immediately stop all aid and assistance to Nigeria. And many and may very well go into that now disgraced country, guns are blazing, to completely wipe out the Islamic terrorists who are committing these horrible atrocities. I am hereby instructing our Department of War to prepare for possible action. If we attack, it will be fast, vicious, and sweet, just like the terrorist thugs attack our cherished Christians. Warning, the Nigerian government better move fast. These are the issues. You don't go to help people with this kind of approach. Me, I have said it. There is nothing good that comes out of a war. There is nothing. We have seen that America thrives. Like, they just like war. If two people are fighting, they will either go and support one person, the weaker person, to help them fight. They are benefiting from it. Now, this is the one they want to start by themselves. Only God knows what they stand. Only God in heaven knows what they stand to benefit, because you cannot tell me this is for free. This is pro bono. You cannot tell me that. I refuse to take that. This doesn't come for nothing. It doesn't happen for nothing. Anyways, like Sani Abacha said, terrorist group that survives more than 24 hours is funded by the government. And if nobody wants to do anything about it, if you will not take your L, go back to your drawing board and give Nigerians the Nigeria that they deserve. If you're not tired of this embarrassment from man like you, from country like you, a whole giant of Africa, if you're not tired of being disgraced like this, your country being called a disgraced nation, Kai, Omo, this one hard though. This one was hard. It was hard. Then stand up and do something. Get up and do the needful. We have every resource at our disposal. Our military is equipped. We have people that are willing, that are able to fight for the freedom of this Nigeria. The people that have been supplying these bandits with weapons are able to supply our military with the same grade of weapons to fight and put an end to any of this. So I would say, I would beg and pray and hope that we do it ourselves the right way. Enough of the selfishness. Enough of trying to benefit from people's sufferings and pains at the expense of people's lives, citizens' lives. it comes a time when you say, no, enough is enough, we've had it up to here. I just hope that a time like that will come sooner rather than later for Nigerians, so that we all begin to enjoy the Nigeria of our dream, the Nigeria that we have prayed, we have kabashed for, we have worked for. Muslims have prayed, Christians have prayed, atheists have prayed, traditional worshippers have prayed for the same thing. I just pray that in no distant time we will all sit down in this our lifetime and enjoy and reap the benefits of a working, successful democracy. This is where I end it today. Thank you guys so much for staying with me. If you watched up until this time, do leave your comments down in the comment section respectfully. Subscribe to this channel. It is free. Mama at the back, papa, pikin, auntie, it is free. It doesn't take anything from your data. It doesn't take anything from your airtime balance at all. Trust me on this one. Please click on the subscribe button. Give this video a massive thumbs up. Share this video. I'll see you again in my next one. For now,